Practically, I had nothing.
To get it clear, you quit your 9 to 5 to start selling suits.
Yes. When I was starting my business, I had just 300 Ghana cedis.
Starting something requires passion and courage. I am Kanita Sharif, and I'm using this platform to shine light on entrepreneurs and game changers in my society. This is The Hustle Show.
Before we start, I want you to tell us what is the best business advice you've ever gotten from anyone, or you can give anyone.
Never give out a loan. And never give out your stuff on credit.
On social media, we all know you as the suits guy. Can you tell us a bit about the suits guy? Where did the idea come about?
It's a rather simple one.
Okay.
So back in university, I always used to wear suits to service, Sunday service.
Hey, okay.
So after a while, people started referencing me as, the guy who wears a suit. And after a while, it's metamorphosed to the suit guy. So when the time came to pick a name for a business, which I didn't even plan on starting one either, I was just lying down randomly. And this thought of creating an Instagram page for the suit guy just dropped in my head. So naturally, if you're starting a page on Instagram, they give you suggestions of people to follow. So I just sent to all my contacts. And within the next 15 minutes, I get a message. Oh, you're selling suits now. I want a suit. And that's how it started. It's never planned.
You started a business without the intention of it. You just created a social media account, the suits guy. Then people assumed you were selling suits. Then you started selling suits.
Yes,
how
that's how it
cool
worked.
Is that? Before selling suits, what were you doing?
I was working 9 to 5 as anybody who would have finished university. I mean, your parents have high expectations of you and your work life. You wear a suit and tie and go to work.
To office.
Exactly, like be the office guy, you know. Yeah, I mean, I had one. I mean, it was really nice and it promised a promising future for me in the corporate world. But here I am today, heralding myself as a street child.
To get it clear, you quit your 9 to 5 to start selling suits.
Yes.
And how has it been?
It's been the best decision of my life. At this point, I get to live all the versions of my lives possible out there.
No regrets?
No regrets whatsoever. I mean, in the initial stages, there's this feeling of, will it succeed? Will it work? What if it fails after 2 years? And I'll have to come back into the corporate world where my mates would have far advanced and would have already become managers, and it hits you. But then the good days are more than the bad days.
But please, we are in this Ghana. How did your parents take it?
They found out 2 months after I quit my job.
2 months? So you didn't tell them when you quit your job?
Why would a hard guy like me? So I had just switched jobs. So I was working in this new place. And I was working there for less than 3 months. I worked there for exactly 3 months. And then I quit after the 3rd month. I came back home, and typically on a Monday, you're expected to go to work. So I told my mom I was on leave. I mean, she grew suspicious a little bit, like, you just got a new job, how are you on leave? I'm like, I'm on leave. So I was on leave for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 1 month.
Oh my gosh.
So I finally told them I quit my job, and it didn't take it well. But I mean, it was too late. If I had told them before quitting, they would have convinced me to stay in it. But once I told them, it was already done and it's been 2 months, they're not taking me back.
So how are they taking it now?
If they see the new cars, if they see you looking good, people who are working in corporate jobs, looking up to you in your family, they start using you to advise your little cousins, and you know that whatever you're doing is right.
Yeah. Would you say being an entrepreneur is better than being a 9 to 5 based on your experiences?
I wouldn't say that. I think to each his own. I have found my way as being an entrepreneur to be rewarding or successful. Probably some people have tried entrepreneurship and it didn't work out for them so well. So I wouldn't be quick to say entrepreneurship is the way, but I mean, if you want liberation, if you want to live your own life and live the various versions of yourself, first of all, find something that could work for you before you jump. If you don't, it will really fire you.
Yeah. Let's talk about the money bits, comparing salaries. Will you say working as the suits guy has given you more money?
So it's a service I'm providing. I don't mainly focus on the product. So what I do is I link people to the best deals when it comes to suits. So when it comes to payment, I'm being paid more now than I was before. And also time is essential in this bit because back then my only qualification was a bachelor's. And I don't think people are crazy enough to pay bachelor degree holders too much or so much.
Yeah. Would you consider yourself a stylist? Or?
Yeah, I do styling as well.
You do that's really cool.
Well. But mostly, I do not charge for my styling service, which I think I should be charging.
Why not? Because this guy can really dress. So I'm going to put some of his pictures here for you guys to see.
I try and make it like an added value to the product that I offer.
Okay.
So, I have a wedding to attend. I'm a guest. I want to be the most talked about guy at this wedding.
Hey.
Give me something to fit for the occasion. And then I would best advise, okay, for this, we can go with this color, this style. I embed my styling services.
It's a whole thing.
Exactly. But I've had like some few clients, so I can count them on one hand, who have actually specifically asked for styling services.
Okay,
yes.
so do you style only men or women as well?
I have very few women clients.
Okay,
because when it comes to suiting for women, it's quite problematic because I focus mainly on pre-tailored suits.
Okay.
And you know, our African women, they are gifted in all the right places.
They're
so
curvaceous.
when it comes to sizing, they do not conform to typical sizing.
I really agree.
And which will be very problematic. So I don't really focus on them unless you push me to the edge. And
yeah, I know you deliver. Are there any celebrities or famous people you've styled or who have bought suits from you before?
Yes, quite a number.
But
I mean, we'll discuss that back door.
Okay. One thing about business is acquiring capital. It's a big struggle to get capital to start your business. So how was it like? Was it your parents that provided you with the money, or was from your 9-to-5 job that you gathered capital to start the Swiss guy?
I have a funny story to share.
Tell us.
When I was starting my business, I had just 300 Ghana cedis.
300 Ghana cedis.
Oh yeah. And how I started my business was, it was just a social media page I created. Practically, I had nothing. I didn't have suits. I just had a social media page. That was an Instagram page. All I did was I contacted the person who I used to buy my suits from. I just called her and I told her, oh, the suit you gave me last time, somebody saw it and wanted one. So I will come and pick it up. And I'd already determined the person's size. So I just went to her and picked the size and delivered.
Okay.
So that was how my model started. All I needed was the first price for the first suit. And then it grew from there.
So that means you didn't really need that much money to start the business.
For many businesses that are there, you do not need that much money to start. People typically think to be an entrepreneur, you need startup capital. And it's been ingrained in so many people's minds that it inhibits them from actually going out and starting the process.
I really agree.
Sometimes knowing people is all you need.
Honestly, some people think you need some billions of, you need some thousand.
You don't need billions.
You don't need billions.
You just need to have the will and the guts to start, and the convincing lips to
just
weasel your way through any situation or whoever comes your way.
I truly agree. So what is the best marketing tool you've been using throughout this business?
I'm going to catch you right there. Social media. I don't have a physical store. My store is a virtual store.
Okay. Do you have a website?
Yes, I have a website.
Okay.
Yes, but we had to take it down to rebuild. But I rely mainly on social media, predominantly Twitter.
Wow.
And then maybe second place, Instagram, ironically. Yeah.
Right? But you started on Instagram.
Exactly.
Right now, Twitter has become your
Twitter
main place.
is the best place anybody can be. So Twitter's algorithm is superb. Such that it promotes you exponentially.
True.
So I always love Twitter, and Twitter is what has supported my business.
I love Twitter too.
For the past 4 years.
Yeah. How has social media been? Have you been dragged before? Because I know Twitter can be something. Has there been any situation where you've gone through maybe social media bullying or something, and how did you handle it?
Twitter is like fire.
I tell you.
If you do not know how to control it, it will burn you
to ash.
If you know how to control it, it would work in your advantage. I mean, of course, people have attempted trolling me, but you can't really troll me. I always have a comeback. There are only very few secluded instances where they actually got me.
What has been the main challenge running this business?
The main challenge is because it's a sole proprietorship, I literally have to wear many caps. So I'm the creative director, I'm the model, I'm everything all in one, and sometimes it stretches you really thin. But in the end, it helps you like garner a lot of experiences that you would never even get if you're working a 9 to 5.
Because there's this thing that goes around like a 9 to 5, you're just working for a specific period, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. But for entrepreneurship, you're working 24/7.
It never ends.
You can be sleeping and a customer is calling you. Like you will never take a break.
There are instances where I've had customers call me at 5 a.m.
Hey.
to confirm a delivery that I'll be making next week. Yeah, but in all of this, you have to still wear your customer representative hat and talk to them nicely and calmly.
How has it been being an entrepreneur in Ghana? Because I know Ghanaians, if you tell them that you are selling suits, like, hey, you are selling suits, what work are you doing? Where's your office? You know?
That's where this particular phrase, popularly used on Twitter, comes in. Accra and packaging. There's a difference between the guy who sells suits and the suit guy.
Okay, branding.
That's where your personal brand comes in. So for my marketing, I use this principle in marketing called personal branding.
Tell us.
Where you embody your product or your service you're offering.
Okay.
And that by selling yourself, you sell whatever product it is you have. Wherever I'm being promoted, know that my suit business is following right behind me. I'm not the only person who sells suits in this Accra.
Yeah.
But there's a reason why people will come to me, because of the experience that comes with the service I have to offer.
Yeah.
So it goes beyond just the suits. It's
So
the
you said-
relationships that are built
and
over a
everything.
suit purchase,
Yeah.
the friendships that are developed, the laughter shared, the nights
Fake
of bloom
laughter.
bars. It goes on and on.
Branding is very important in business because I've been seeing lots of Instagram or let me say Twitter businesses where even the image quality just sucks. People just put the product down, bad lighting, no proper setup, and just post the pictures like that. What do you think about that?
Well, I would say you have to know your customers.
Okay.
For me, people who wear suits, I don't think would be by heart to just, and I use the word by heart very graciously here, because if you're looking out for a suit, I've had customers who have rejected a suit because of one particular picture I sent them which they didn't sit well with.
Wow.
So for those instances, I'd have to personally drive to your office, have you wear that particular suit you saw and didn't like, just so I can clear that misconception you have concerning my brand in your head. So I pay particular attention to such little details. But some people, I'm sure they know their customers and they know what they want. I'm sure those people get their customers all right.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But particularly for my customers, they require a certain kind of optics when it comes to what they see. Hence the necessity of branding.
Branding. Don't brand and see. Don't package and see. Are there any helpful resources you'd like to share with people who want to start businesses?
It's not typically what you go to if you're looking for resources.
Okay.
But I'll say develop your human capital. That's one. And two, work on your connections. The number of people you know translates to the number of customers you're potentially going to have. I pride myself in the connections I have made. I think I know a lot of people, and that has really helped.
This guy, he knows a lot of people. Just mention the name.
It helps. It helps grow the business, and that I think is a very great resource any entrepreneur should start developing or cultivating.
So this is the fun part of the video. We are getting to know Ekow McLean on a deeper level. We are creating bonds at this section, so stay tuned. First of all, Ekow, can you debunk one business myth?
That you need a large capital to start a business. I mean, I'm not saying you need something small to start every business, but there's no level playing ground. You can need 2 Ghana cedis. Somebody would need 40 billion. It depends on the business. Since
we are trying to bond with you, can you let us know what you do aside entrepreneurship?
Everything I do would be put under entrepreneurship so far as it brings me
Mulala.
bands. I do content creation as well.
Okay.
I'm some small influencer. Yeah, so I do content creation to promote brands. And
hey, okay, wait, which brands have you worked with? Let us know.
I've worked with a few brands.
Let us know. I mean,
I've worked with Vodafone.
Hey,
I've worked
okay.
with Vitas, I've worked with Motor Guinness.
Okay.
I've worked with Gibbs, GHIPSS. I think it's a payment platform. Interoperability. It's almost a mouthful to say that word.
That is a lot, and he's saying it's not enough, guys. Can I be your friend?
Are we not friends already?
Okay, that's very nice. So how has the content creation life been? How is it going?
It comes easily to me. I mean, if nobody's commissioning me to do any work,
it's natural.
It flows. But I usually get a little stuck when I'm commissioned to actually do something, and then I'll have to think. On an average, easy money. Yeah.
Give me some money.
I have more money than I do.
Please,
what are you talking about?
I mean, amen. Yeah.
A CEO of multiple businesses.
It's not about me here, it's about him. Thank you very much for your services. You do influencing, then what again?
Oh, I love to cook. It's my newfound hobby, and it's really been serving me well.
We love that.
Yeah.
I think I've seen you in some TV series or some movie or something.
That was my past.
He has had his acting days. Okay, why you don't want to?
Way back in 2018.
You don't want to do acting anymore.
Ages ago. I still do, but I haven't had a time to pursue it like my colleagues have been doing. But I mean, here and there. I mean, if you look at my gigs, my content creation, most of it requires acting, so you can say I haven't thrown acting away.
So please pause and watch one of his cool content creation stuff. that. You see how cool that is. So please follow him on Instagram at.
Wait, what's my ad?
Oh my days.
Economist.
Yeah, Economist.
Twitter is still Ekow McLean.
Ekow
It's
McLean.
Ekow McLean with a Q.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just going to leave everything here, and you just have to check him out. And the brands watching this, you need to be working with solid people with creative minds, such as Ekow. He's an
What she's saying.
all-rounded person. What can't he do? He can even sing. He can play guitar. He can dance, or he can dance. Can you dance?
I can dance.
He can dance. I have a gift for you. Close your eyes.
I love gifts.
Close your eyes.
Oh, don't make it a surprise. Is it a trip to Dubai?
Hey, trip to Maldives. Open your eyes now. I have this shirt for you.
Ooh.
It says, read it yourself.
We don't give up over here. The hustle is real.
Yes, so I appreciate you so much, and I love what you're doing. So I'm giving you this shirt as a reminder. So whenever you see this, you'll be happy. You're like, yes, I have to keep hustling because the hustle is real.
The hustle is
we
real.
don't give up over here.
Just like Ace. The hustle.
It's real. Thank you so much, Ekow.
Merci beaucoup.
So please follow him on social media.
2, 1, action.
Oh, what? Okay.